Hi, everybody. This is Eric from longboxreview.com. This is part two of my Emerald City acquisitions, Emerald City Comicon acquisitions. So last time I showed you a bunch of comics and some other things that I got while I was at Emerald City Comicon. And so this, like I said, this is part two. I'm going to show you a bunch more comics. Do you guys actually sit? Do you like watching these things? I mostly just want to. I like this. I like to share, and so I'm a podcaster usually, audio only podcaster. I only do these videos when I actually think I have something to show people, because I don't think me talking into a camera is all that interesting. But I rely on my props to make the videos interesting. So, like I said, I have a bunch of comics and I got a piece of art that I was very excited about. It's a print actually, but the art on it's awesome. That I'll talk about at the end. So, one of the things that I mentioned last time is that I got a bunch of Brave and the Bolds and DC Comics Presents, because I love those old team up comics. And Marvel had a couple as well during the same time period. And I decided to go ahead and pick up some of those because, I used to have some of these issues, still do in my collection. And I decided that I was going to try and get as many as I want, or as many as I could. But with a caveat that I'm not trying to get a full run of these comics. I decided that I would try to get only the issues featuring characters that I like for whatever reason. So to start off with, I have a bunch of Marvel team ups. So that's the Spider-Man team up book, and actually got this is issue number 5 with the Vision, and the Vision is one of my all-time favorite Marvel characters. I think he's probably number 2 after Daredevil. Speaking of Daredevil, here's Daredevil and Spider-Man taken on, says the unholy trio: Catman, Birdman, and Ape Man. I can't wait to read that. Issue 25. Every Vision issue, I'm going for that. This is the Dark Rider on the other side there. I love Adam Warlock. He's probably he's in my top 5. More Daredevil going up against Electro, and Electro and Spider-Man actually were in an Amazing Spider-Man issue, which was one of my very first comics that I ever bought. So anytime I see Spider-Man Electro, I kind of want to get it. Black Panther, love the Black Panther. Are you guys reading the new version with that's written by? I don't remember his name now. Coates. Last name of Coates. Anyway, I just got the first issue. Here's Spider-Man and the Invisible Girl. Not Invisible Woman, not Fantastic Four, but Invisible Girl. So, and look, Spider-Man is invisible on there. What's up with that? Sue Storm is one of my favorite characters, too, in the Marvel Universe. Marvel Team Up, but this one features Hulk and Spider-Woman, not Spider-Man. So I got that. Well, Spider-Woman's one of my favorites too, but I got it mostly because it's an odd duck in this Marvel Team Up line. This says Spider-Man Scarlet Witch, but has Vision on the cover, so I had to get it. Ooh, here's a good one. So you got Spider-Man, and so this is an annual. This is Moon Knight, Iron Fist, Power Man, and Daredevil. All the cool street level guys. Ooh, and it's a Purple Man story. I didn't realize that, so that's going to be good. All right, moving on to the other team up book. This is Marvel 2-in-1, which featured the ever loving blue-eyed Thing, and of course you're going to see more of the same characters in here. Daredevil. The Guardians of the Galaxy, the original Guardians of the Galaxy, whom I love, and Captain America. Thing and Spider-Man, which I'm not sure why I got that one. Thing and Spider-Woman. And notice the costume, that is her original costume, so that must have been early on. Invisible Girl again, this time with the Thing, which seems kind of odd since they're, they're teammates already. But you know what? I'm not gonna pass up an Invisible Girl appearance. Oh, and it's this must be. Oh, whoops. So this issue with Spider-Woman is issue number 30. This issue with Invisible Girl, but notice Spider-Woman over here. This is issue 32. So now I'm thinking I probably should have got number 31. I have to look into that. More Daredevil, only really it's Matt Murdock. So I love it when they play around with the secret identity stuff. But then we have Daredevil in this issue. Wait, is this 37, 38? Yep, so there you go. So that was one of the nice things about Marvel 2-in-1 that I recall is that sometimes they would do, 2-issue storylines. Vision fighting. Is that Daredevil? And that's Daredevil in the background. God, I'm getting multiple favorites in one issue. Black Panther. It's always interesting to me whenever they try to team up powerful superheroes, like Superman, the Thing, Spider-Man, for that matter, with lesser powered characters. Because I think sometimes that's hard to do, or the plot contrivances have to be really twisty to make things work out. Captain Marvel, and again, another top character for me. Before he died, spoilers. This is issue number 50, and you've got the Thing battles the Thing, and you can see here, you got the Thing in the foreground, the one that we're familiar with, and then you got the original looking style of Thing, which is more muddy, more like a golem looking creature. Don't know what that's about, but it'll be fun to read. And then this one here, issue 51, it's Beast, Ms. Marvel, Nick Fury, and Wonder Man, a gathering of heroes. There you go. It's clobbering time. Marvel 1, 2, 3, 4-in-1. The Thing and Starhawk, and that looks like, that's the coming of her. So the companion to Adam Warlock in that cocoon-like structure. But Starhawk, I like that character. You get Thing and Alpha Flight here. Always love Alpha Flight. Again, Spider-Woman. More Spider-Woman. Not going to pass that up. Okay, so that is Marvel 2-in-1. Another comic that I have been slowly getting is the New Adventures of Superboy, which came out in, I think it was 1980, maybe 1979. Anyway, so this is the Kurt Schaffenberger. Yeah, this is Schaffenberger and Giordano cover, but this is Superboy. As you can see, he's turning 16 in this issue. But I got a few of these back when I was first getting comics, and I really liked it. It's kind of hokey now and old school style comic books, but I really liked them, mostly for the Schaffenberger art too. So I got a bunch of those. I'm only going to show you like the first several I got here. This character here, who is that? I don't know who that is, but there he is again. He's kind of got he's got a weird mask. It covers his eyes and then goes down his cheeks. Kind of reminds me of one of Mike Grell's characters. Is it Mike Grell? John Sable. Are you familiar with that? Anyway, it reminds me of that. I remember this. This is a classic cover. Look at that. This alien shooting, and he's using his mask, his cape. I love the indestructible cape. Let's see here. Ooh, Ma Kent's not having a good day because Superboy killed Clark Kent. What? Here's a good one. Superboy meets Superboy, and you have a crypto backup tale here. The Super Watchdog of Smallville. See, those old comics. I'm really getting into a nostalgia kick, I guess, the older I'm getting. Superboy. Look, he's got a new power. It's some sort of tractor beam thing coming out of his palms. Oh, look, it's Super Baby. It's a story about Super Baby. Hopefully they don't microwave him. Go look that one up, kids. What else here? Oh, here's Lex Luthor playing around. I love it. The old Lex Luthor Superboy issue. And Super Baby meets Zatara the Magician. Oh. Superboy meets Clark Kent. I love these. Superboy trains Clark Kent. And then there's this. I remember. I know I had. I think I had. I'm sure I had this issue. I'm pretty sure I had this issue. But this robot with a K. Look at those. Look at those shorts. Those yellow and green striped shorts. Looks like Mr. K-Man has gained some weight in this cover. Oh, and Superboy's secret diary. Dear Diary, I flew around the world and traveled in time. Let's see here. Ooh, Dial H. Starting in this issue, so apparently we get a backup feature with Dial H. Yep. Okay, there's just a bunch of these Superboys. I'm going to just flip through them real quick. So at some point, Schaffenberger stopped doing the covers. And looks like, I want to say, yeah, Gil Kane started doing them. Which, I love Gil Kane art, but it's not right for this character. I just don't care for it. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, here's another Lex Luthor. Look at that. Green and purple Lex Luthor LL. Not very imaginative, Lex. Come on. So much for your genius. I got a couple new Teen Titans issues that are the tie-ins, or the part of the story of A Lonely Place of Dying. Here's the other one. Look at that great cover by George Perez, Batman and Nightwing. Disco Wing. I think I already have these, of course, but I got these because... Why did I get these? Because I wanted all of I guess these are going to go in with the Batman issues, so that my new Titans issues are separate and in their own part of my collection. I guess that's what I was thinking. I found out there was some Crisis tie-in issues of Superman, and then, as you can see here, revealed at last, Supergirl's secret marriage. So this is issue 415. I got 414 and realized that so when I flipped through that, I saw at the very end that Superman finds out that Kara had been married before she died. Spoilers. And then it continued. I think the story continues on in issue 416, which I could not find. Here is, I actually have this already, but this is Superman versus the Legion of Superheroes. I think this is I think I got this issue because I wanted it in with my Legion run, because it's a continuation story, I think. And then I got a bunch of... So I showed in the first video, I showed a bunch of Batman family issues. Well, I wanted to get the Superman family issues as well. And so I let's see here. So here, this was all part of the dollar comic thing that DCU did for a while. And this is issue 182, which makes me think that they continued the numbering from something, because Batman family, they started with number 1, but this is 182. I'm pretty sure there's not a Superman family number 1, but I could be wrong about that. But I got these. I just like anthology books. team up books, anthology books. There's good stuff. There's some good covers on here. Not sure who did. This is Neil Adams. Yep, that's what I figured. Look at this one. You got Jimmy Olsen with those gauntlets and boots kicking the crap out of Superman. Why is he doing that, Jimmy? Come on. You got the Nightwing and what's the other character's name? Flamebird. The Kryptonian versions. Supergirl's innocent. Of course she is. Ooh, that's kind of an interesting looking image here. Whoops, go that way. Fights for the mind of Lois Lane. A deadly battle he cannot possibly win. I have doubts about that assertion. More Nightwing and Flamebird. Some robot thing with a red sun. Oh, this is Superboy story? Yeah, it says Superboy. It says Boy of Steel, but look at the way he's drawn. This looks more like Superman. That's one thing I can't stand is when they're trying to draw Superboy and they make him look more like Superman. I hate that. Ooh, look at that. You got Superman and a bunch of tiny Justice Leaguers in there. Not sure what that's all about. Oh, they're deadly clones, it says. Wow, how would that even work? Oh, another nice thing about the Superman family is a lot of them have back covers instead of ads. Here's another back cover. So it gives you an idea of what's in the story or in the issue. Dun, da, da, da. What is Superman doing there? Oh, the helicopter blade came off of the helicopter and Superboy is tap dancing on it, I guess, to maneuver it because he's Superboy. You gotta love the late Bronze Age stuff. And Supergirl starts to take more of a center stage here on the covers, it looks like. My final one. I'm still looking for some. Let's see here. I got one of the old Teen Titans issue in the Dimensional Caper, which is one of the best stories that they did. This is issue number 16. This is an additional copy of this issue because the one I have is in bad shape. Hopefully, again, this is in better shape inside. And while I was perusing comics at this particular place at Emerald City Comicon, where I got a lot of these, the majority of the comics I've been showing you, I just happened to find Time Warp. That old science fiction book. It's got 8 all-new science fiction thrillers with a Michael Kaluta cover, which, okay, Time Warp was one of those comics that I remember seeing on the stands when I was first getting into comics, but I never got these because they were $1, and that was a lot for me back then. I spent 3 times as much on this issue now, 35 years later. But Michael Kaluta covers. Love Kaluta. Unfortunately, so here's issue 3. Unfortunately, they didn't have issue 4. And this is only a 5. Look at that. That's a great cover. So it's only 5 in a 5-issue series, but so I'm missing 4. God, it just, and my heart just aches. And okay, so I got a few more here. Yep, they're all World's Finest issues. Why did I get those? Well, because I found out that there's a few issues that feature Robin prominently. This is one of them. So Batman supposedly dies, and it says a sensational imaginary shocker, Robin's Revenge. And here's a great. This looks like Neil Adams as well, but here we got Robin again on the cover, Superman and Robin. And so I found out that World's Finest at one point was a team-up book, Superman and a bunch of characters. So you got Superman and Robin teaming up here. Superman and the Teen Titans, which I had no idea that they appeared in this World's Finest issue. So excellent. Again, World's Finest, and who's on the cover? One of my favorites, Mr. Robin, and Red Tornado in there too. And then finally, this is part of a two-part story, World's Finest number 283, guest starring the Legion of Superheroes. And look at that, the composite Superman, Keith Giffen cover. It's awesome. But now I got to get the other issue. I think it's 283 that I'm missing. But yeah. Yep. Great stuff. I can't wait to read these comics. First, I got to rebag them because a lot of these bags are kind of icky. Icky and gross. But yeah, lots of stuff to read. One of these days, if I ever retire, I may actually get to read all the comics that I've been getting. Okay, finally, I want to show this print here. So I follow this artist on Tumblr. This is artist Peter Nguyen, and I just happened to run across it before I went to Emerald City Comicon, and he was doing these prints, and he was offering the composite one, which I have, but he was also offering the individual characters in their own prints. And I wanted a couple of these for sure. Unfortunately, I saw him on Friday of the con, the second day of the con, and he was sold out of the individual ones. So I had to buy the composite one. And here it is. Look at that. So it's a Robin theme one, so you can see Stephanie Brown there as Batgirl, but also she was Robin. And Tim Drake, Red Hood, of course, my favorite. Original Robin, Dick Grayson, who you can see there on the bottom where Peter signed it very graciously. Tim Drake, Red Robin, and future Batman, current Robin, Damian Wayne. Aren't those lovely? Isn't that lovely? So I originally wanted to get the Nightwing and Batgirl individual ones. Alas, it wasn't to be, unfortunately. Oh well. Them's the breaks when you go to a con. So anyway, is that it? Is that everything? I think that's everything. So had a great time at Emerald City Comicon. Spent a lot of money. Got a lot of great comics. And just had a really good time with my family. And enjoyed myself at the various panels and other things that I saw while I was there. Got to spend time with Travis, Mr. Oddfellow's Thoughts. We had a great conversation Thursday night about stuff. And so it was a good time. If you haven't been to Emerald City Comicon, I highly encourage you to go. It's a lot of fun. Be prepared to spend a lot of money. If you're like me anyway. And I am now rambling, so I am going to sign off. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any comments, you can always leave comments below, or you can go to longboxreview.com and contact me that way. Or I'm on Twitter at longboxreview. Yeah, either way. Any way you want. Just say hi. Bye, guys.